Hello everybody. In this video we are going to talk about the four most important social groups in Europe between the 10th and the 18th centuries. First we have the nobility. The nobility was the smallest but the most powerful social group back in those days. We have the king, who is a nobleman, and we also have dukes, counts, marquises, and yes, princesses as well. They are all members of the nobility. Their characteristics are that they are the major landowners in this period by so far. They also, the only way for one to become a noble man or woman was to be born noble. This is a very important feature. In this square we have the church. The church was a very, very important institution, and the members of the church played a major role in all social activities back in those days. They, in many aspects, got to say what was good and bad, what was right or wrong, and they were also some members of the church were also extremely wealthy. The most important members of the church were of noble origins in this period. So there was an important link between the nobles and the church. They were somehow they had the same interests. Now, in the bottom of the social ladder, we have the proletarians. The proletarians are people that possess no land, they possess no wealth. The only thing that they possess is their workforce and their family. So most of them are servants. They have they work for a nobleman, and they cannot abandon the nobleman for whom they work. They cannot go anywhere they want to. They have to stay and work in there forever in the lands of their lords. They were very poor. Whatever extra they could get, they had to give it to their lords, to the noblemen. And well, of course, they were very, very extremely poor. But they were the most numerous group. Most of the people in this period were of proletarian origin. By the late Middle Ages, another social group will be born. I'm talking, of course, about the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie is composed by people that so many of them were of proletarian origins, but they became important merchants, businessmen. They were also bankers or specialized artisans. The bourgeoisie by the late 18th century will take over the higher position in the society, and they will overthrow the monarchy, and in the end also to the nobility. In the French Revolution, for example, in the English Revolution, in the independences of the American nations, and so many other processes that in the end resulted in the rise of the bourgeoisie, and the fall of the monarchies and of the nobility. However, they could have never done this alone. They did it with the help of the proletarians. when the noblemen and the bourgeoisie were having this competition, let's call it, the proletarians kind of look to the bourgeoisie and say, you know what, we're not okay with the nobility. They are not really giving us anything. We better form an alliance with the bourgeoisie. However, in the 19th century and in the 20th century, the relationship between the proletarians and the bourgeoisie will not be so easy. Thank you for your attention. I hope this was of your help.